Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Well, homeowners are breathing a sigh of relief. The Reserve Bank has cut interest rates by 0.25 percentage points. It's now 3.6%. We're joined now by the founder of Fort Lake Asset Management. He also happens to be one of Australia's leading economists, Dr. Christian Baylis. Christian, hi.
Hi, Jonesy. Hi, Amanda. How you going? You well?
Is it jet skis for everyone?
No, I don't think so. But it's a modest saving, but could be a big saving for the average homeowner because the average mortgage is about $660,000 a year. So $130 a month. It's pretty good. But the big thing that we need to focus on is there could be another 2 or 3 more to come, and that's what I think people could get a little bit more excited about. And then maybe the jet skis can come out after that.
So it's all good news?
No, it's not all good news. That's the ironic thing about these things. It's a bit of a paradox because when they're cutting interest rates, implicitly what it means, or explicitly I should say, is it means other things in the economy are starting to stall a little bit, particularly consumption and these sorts of things. They're economic geeky terms, but what that basically means is people are starting to squirrel away money and save again. Their real incomes aren't at a sufficiently high level for them to feel like they can go out and splash out on the jet skis and these sorts of things. And so the RBA is getting a little bit worried, and they just want to provide a little bit more accommodation, put a few more foundations under the bricks there, and make sure that everyone feels a little bit more comfortable. But the promise is, I think, that they're going to be doing more. So there is good news to come. Yeah.
So is this the right time to buy a house right now?
Well, look, it depends where you are, obviously. I mean, the thing that always amazes me about Australia, when I sit on a plane and I fly from Perth to Sydney, I look out the window and it's only for about 5 minutes that I see encumbered land with buildings and these sorts of things. Australia has a huge block of land with not a lot built on it. And obviously the biggest issue is supply. The government's trying to do things to basically prop up supply and do those sorts of things to bring home prices down. But really what it will help with, definitely houses are an interest rate sensitive thing. The one thing we have to remember in Australia, when you go and buy a house, people don't pull out a calculator and start doing valuation models and these sorts of things. They basically say, what is it that I can afford? How much am I earning? What are my expenses per week, per month? And to that extent, interest rates coming down actually does help people a lot. So it will support the property market. It probably does mean that property is becoming more attractive as interest rates go lower. So that's the long answer to your question.
Right.
And is it a good time to refinance?
Absolutely. I always say get out there, push hard, make sure you're going on to some of these compare the market type internet sites that are allowing you to check what else is out there. There's a hell of a lot of options out there. Don't feel like you're trapped. That is the best way to get more bang for your buck. You can end up getting much more than the 0.25. So certainly shop around. It's a much more competitive market and a free-flowing market. It used to be much harder to change your mortgage going back a decade or so ago. They've made it a lot easier. Definitely get out, shop around, because you will be surprised.
And it's funny that I was in the bank just doing unrelated bank business with a new card, and the dude's just there at the little concierge thing, and he says, anything else I can help you with? And I said, well, you can lower my interest rate as a joke. He went, yeah, rightio. And he just did it. So
yeah,
I thought, oh, okay. So you could just ask that.
Yeah, you can. You just ask, and not the worst thing to do is once you've shopped around, go back to your bank and say, hey, look, a lot of these banks are offering me this. Can you match it or can you better it? And you'll be pleasantly surprised a lot of the time. Banks don't like to lose business. It's a competitive world out there, and it costs a lot more to acquire a customer than it does to keep one. So definitely utilise that to your advantage.
Good advice. Thank you, Christian.
Christian, thank you very much.
Dr. Christian Baylis, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. Cheers. Bye.
Always room on our jet ski for you, Christian.